Have you ever had the strange feeling that life is hiding something from you, as if the world placed a treasure somewhere inside your own being, then whispered almost teasingly that you must find it? This sense that something important is just out of sight is not an accident. It is the beginning of a very ancient game, a game you have been playing since the moment you awakened into this curious adventure called being alive. You are playing hide and seek with yourself. Most people imagine life as a serious drama, a strict climb towards some distant purpose, or a puzzle that must be solved before time runs out. Yet there is another way to look at all of this, a way that feels lighter and far more truthful, a way that says the universe is not simply unfolding around you, it is unfolding as you, through you, with you. And sometimes for the fun of it, it covers its own eyes and pretends not to know who it is. If you look at the oldest mythologies, the earliest spiritual stories ever whispered around fires or carved into stone, you will find a recurring idea. The idea that existence enjoys a game of concealment, a divine game in which the infinite disguises itself as the finite, forgets its own nature, and then slowly remembers what it always was. It may sound poetic, but it is also practical, because if you look deep into your own experience, you may notice the signs. You sense that there is more to you than the shifting picture of thoughts and feelings. You sense a presence behind the curtain, a quiet observer who watches the entire play but never appears on stage. This observer is the one hiding, and the character you think you are is the one seeking. Why would the universe choose to hide from itself? Why would something vast and boundless squeeze itself into a viewpoint that feels so small, so fragile, so uncertain? There is a simple answer. A child does not cover its eyes because it wants ignorance. It does so because the thrill of hiding makes the discovery more delightful. Limitation adds flavor to experience. A story without tension is no story at all. Without contrast, there is no depth. Without forgetting, there is no joy in remembering. So consciousness puts on a mask. The mask is what you call the ego. It is the sense of being a separate individual, a name, a history, a bundle of desires and fears that feels isolated inside a skin. The mask fits so perfectly that you often forget you are wearing one at all, and that is the entire point. Because if you wore the mask while knowing the game from the start, the adventure would lose its spark. Actors know this. When you step into a role and play it fully, there is a moment when you forget you are acting. You feel real sorrow, real passion, real triumph, even though the stage is only wood and the castle behind you is painted cloth. Yet the feelings are true. The tears are real. The joy is real. The human heart responds to the story without checking whether it is fiction or fact. This is how the universe plays with itself, through you. The trouble begins when we forget that we forgot. We start taking the character as the whole truth. We believe we are only the role, only the mask, only the surface movement of thought. Once this happens, fear enters through the door. Because the character is vulnerable. The character must fight for a future, struggle for security, and defend a little patch of identity as if everything depends on it. We feel pressure. We feel tension. We feel as if we are marching through life without a map. Yet every now and then, the mask slips. Perhaps it happens in a quiet moment before sleep, or in the middle of a long walk, or while staring at the sky with no agenda at all. Suddenly, something inside you pauses. You feel a strange familiarity with the world, as if you have seen this scene 1,000 times before. Something soft and ancient stirs behind the eyes. For a brief instant, you feel you are both the watcher and the watched. You are the seeker and the one being sought. These moments are not random. They are signs that you are beginning to remember the game. People often call this intuition, but intuition is simply the larger self tapping the smaller one on the shoulder. The larger self is the part of you that never left the source. It is the quiet intelligence that guides your impulses, your unexpected insights, your sudden clarity. It is the gentle tug that says, without using words, this way, not that way. Look, listen, breathe. Imagine a puppet slowly realizing that the puppeteer is not a separate figure holding strings, but something that has always been within it. something expressing itself through the movement of its limbs, something closer than its own breath. This realization is the beginning of the discovery. Think of all the things you have been chasing: love, purpose, meaning, identity, a sense of direction, a sense of connection. You chase them because something inside you knows they exist. You can feel the outline of them even when you cannot grasp them. But here is the twist. The one who seeks is made of the same substance as the thing being sought. The search creates a sense of distance that was never truly there. This is like a person searching for their glasses while the glasses sit on their face, or a wave searching for the sea while made of the very water it seeks. At some point, after enough searching and enough exhaustion, something inside you softens. You stop running in circles and simply stand still. And in that stillness, you notice that you were never separate from anything at all. You were never cut off. You were never lost. You were simply pretending to be lost, just long enough to enjoy the journey of finding your way back. When you see through the game, something beautiful happens. You still live your life, but you live it with a lighter touch. You still care about things, but your caring is no longer mixed with panic. You take the story seriously enough to enjoy it, but not so seriously that it crushes you. You move with a sense of flow instead of constant resistance. Your actions become more like a dance than a struggle. You begin to trust the movement of life, even when it surprises you, even when it challenges you. You realize that the universe is not pushing you around. It is guiding you, nudging you, inviting you into deeper layers of yourself. And yes, even pain has a place in this game. Pain is not a punishment. It is a signal that you have reached the edge of a belief that does not serve you anymore. Pain shakes the character until the deeper self can shine through. Pain is the echo of the part of you that knows you are meant for more expansion, more honesty, more alignment. It is not here to hurt you. It is here to wake you. When the game reaches this point, a strange laughter often appears in the background of the mind. A soft, amused laughter that seems to come from nowhere because you realize how deeply the universe has fooled itself and how beautifully it has done so. You realize that the seeker was the sought all along. The one who wandered in confusion was the same one who designed the maze. And the one who finally understood the game was the same presence who started it. This is the cosmic joke. It is not cruel. It is tender. It is the humor of a child who hides behind a tree with their feet sticking out, hoping someone will pretend not to see them. It is the joy of rediscovering what you always were. So here you are now, watching a video, listening to a voice, feeling something stir in the center of your chest. And perhaps a small part of you is beginning to recognize the game again, not in theory, but in direct experience. In this very moment, if you look inward for half a second, you may notice a quiet space behind your thoughts, a soft presence behind your attention. It has no name, yet it knows you completely. This presence is the one who hid, and it is also the one who is seeking. So as you move through your day from this point on, try something simple. Notice the moments when you feel lost, confused, stressed, or overwhelmed. Then ask yourself if the one who feels lost is the character or the observer behind the character. You will discover that the observer never feels lost at all. The observer is steady. The observer is calm. The observer is the one who never entered the game, yet experiences it fully. You are not here to escape the play. You are here to enjoy recognizing the play for what it is: a mystery, a dance, a story in which the universe hides inside your eyes, waits patiently for you to notice, and then smiles when you finally do. And when that smile appears, even for a moment, the game of hide and seek becomes clear. The one who is looking for truth is the truth. The one who is searching for meaning is made of meaning. The one who is chasing the universe is already the universe in disguise. You are playing hide and seek with yourself. And every step of the journey, even the ones that felt heavy or confusing, was part of the discovery. Now the curtain moves a little, the light shifts, and you begin to see the quiet presence who has been with you from the very first moment. Oh, welcome back.